Hi, my name is Armando Arechiga, and I'm going to be sharing with you my experiences with the Google Certified Educator program. And we're going to be taking a look at this program through the lens of student-centered learning. So there are two levels. There is a level 1 educator and a level 2 educator. I was required with work to get the level 1. And so I wanted to go ahead and go with the level 2. It is for super users and enthusiasts, it says, and it is going to validate advanced technology skills. So very quickly, I just wanted to share with you there is a new website, but we will find out that it is actually the same. It has a new, cleaner look. But when we look at the lessons and the titles of the lessons, they're actually the same as the old one. Since I had already started the older version, I went ahead and finished it. I didn't want to lose my progress. But the question is, do the lessons align with what we learned in student-centered learning? And they do. So they have the 5-step model where they introduce the rationale to why you would want to take this course. They give you your list of objectives. And before you get started, they review what skills you'll need. And so here's where the training could take a little bit longer if you need to go look at these. I know that I looked at quite a few of them just to make sure that I absolutely knew. A lot of them you probably have done. If you use any of these, you've done these things before. But in case, for example, you've never done a chart in Google, you might want to look at that. So this is the introduction. When we look at an actual lesson, we're going to see the same thing where we have the rationale and our objectives and an estimated amount of time that they think this little section will take you. But what they also have are some reflective activities, and these reflection activities, you're probably going to want to take a look at that because you're trying to integrate a lot of information, and it's a good idea to have these written down so that you could remember exactly what it was. You get to see other educators and what they had to say about it. And then there's your activities. A lot of it is just reading through, but there are other websites, and again, you can spend quite a bit of time on these other websites. And then they might have some kind of interactive material like a video or an audio file or maybe even just some cards to read through. And again, once you've learned this lesson, there's an activity to integrate what you've learned and create a plan, setting your goals for how you're going to use this information. And again, you get to see other educators' responses and what they would like to do when they learn these lessons. There is an evaluation at the end of every unit, at the end of every lesson, and the feedback is immediate. So if you were to get the wrong answer, you can just switch it and get the feedback right away that you're doing the correct answers. Okay, so now the teacher certification, they have the free training, and they let you see some practice questions, and they show you what the test is like. I can share that with you, that it is part multiple choice, part drag and drop, so simple questions, I think 26, and then they have 15 performance-based scenarios. And it's a 3-hour test, and I'm going to say it took pretty nearly every bit of the 3 hours. If you would have had to spend some time figuring out how to do something, you might run out of time. So I did feel well prepared through this program. And in the end, you end up with a certificate, and it is actually a verified certificate. So if you put, for example, the image into your email, you can actually have it linked to where somebody could verify that it's actually you. So it uses blockchain technology to show that yes, you earned this. You didn't just copy and paste it from somebody else. And so this school year is going to be a little different from past years. We're going to be dealing with more than just a summer gap for a lot of these students, and I feel like I'm in a good position teaching technology applications to put these into practice right away in my school year. And I believe I'm going to be probably spending a little bit more time It brought to light some of the things that I don't use that much or I don't think about using, but would be extremely useful for students to get organized at the beginning of the school year. For example, how to organize your Google Drive, or how to use the calendar, or how to communicate with the Gmail. So there's different apps that I got to see in a new perspective. And the other aspect of it is that there's a lot of these apps that work together. For example, use the form to get information, to do a survey and then put that in a spreadsheet, then use that spreadsheet to create a chart, then take that chart and put it in a presentation. So there's a lot of integration between the Google apps that goes together. And they're definitely going to be put to use this year right away at the beginning of the year. Anything to help these kids in this distance learning. So I felt that this was a very, very valuable certification to get. So I want to thank you for watching this video, and definitely Google Certified Educator program does line up with our student-centered learning sequence that we learned this year. Thank you.